Walk into any dealership right now, and the salesman will look you dead in the eye and tell you that if you want a reliable SUV, you have to spend $40,000. They will tell you that you need a brand new warranty to be safe. They will tell you to finance it for 84 months at 9% interest. They are lying to you. The automotive industry has convinced millions of people that a car is dead after 100,000 miles. But the truth is, some of the most over-engineered, bulletproof SUVs ever built are sitting at the very back of used car lots right now. Dealerships hide them because they can't make massive profits off a $10,000 cash car. Today, we are exposing the ultimate automotive loopholes. We are counting down the 8 used SUVs that fly under the radar. These are vehicles that mechanics actually buy for their own families. Number 8. The 2011 Plus Nissan Xterra. We are starting at number 8 with a truck that does not get nearly enough respect, the Nissan Xterra. When people want a rugged, body-on-frame SUV that can go anywhere, they automatically search for a Toyota 4Runner. And because of that, used 4Runners are selling for absolutely insane, inflated prices. Stop searching for the Toyota. Search for the Xterra. It is the exact same concept, a tough-as-nails truck-based SUV, but you can find one for thousands of dollars less. We are talking $9,000 to $12,000 for a clean model. Now, if you have done any forum research, you might be screaming right now about something called the SMOD, the strawberry milkshake of death. It was a massive radiator flaw in early Xterras. Nissan completely fixed that issue for the 2011 model year. If you buy a 2011 or newer Xterra, the transmission flaw is gone. What you are left with is the legendary VQ40DE 4-liter V6 engine. This is a high-torque, incredibly simple piece of machinery that mechanics genuinely love working on. It will take an absolute beating off-road. It will tow your boat, and it will run at 200,000 miles identically to how it ran at 50,000. The only trade-off is fuel economy. You are getting about 18 miles per gallon. But when you are saving 10 grand on the purchase price compared to a 4Runner, who cares? It earns its spot. Number 7 is a massive hidden gem. The 2011 to 2014 Subaru Outback. But pay very close attention to the badge on the back, because you specifically need the 3.6R. When most people buy a used Outback, they buy the standard 4-cylinder model. But they are walking right into a trap. In this generation, the 4-cylinder Outback was paired with a CVT transmission, a recipe for financial disaster. Plus, the early 4-cylinders were oil burners. You avoid all of that by buying the 3.6R. The 6-cylinder Outback completely rejected the CVT and kept a heavy-duty, traditional 5-speed automatic. And the engine is Subaru's EZ36D Flat 6. It uses a heavy-duty timing chain, not a belt, and it completely dodges the head gasket issues. The 3.6R is incredibly smooth. It pulls like a freight train on the highway. And the symmetrical all-wheel drive is unstoppable in the snow. Because people just assume all Subarus are the same, the 3.6R flies completely under the radar. Buy one before the rest of the market figures this out. Number 6. The 2014 to 2016 Mitsubishi Outlander GT. Alright, number 6 is the car that badge snobs love to roll their eyes at. The Mitsubishi Outlander. I know what you are thinking. Mitsubishi? Really? Yes, really. But you have to know the exact loophole. If you buy a standard 4-cylinder Outlander, you are getting a fragile CVT transmission and a miserable driving experience. Skip it entirely. Stay tuned for the secret GT powertrain in Part 6. The GT trim is a completely different animal. Mitsubishi dropped a 3.0-liter V6 under the hood and paired it with a traditional 6-speed automatic. This combination changes everything. It turns a cheap rental car into an absolute tank. It is bulletproof. The only catch, and this is critical, is that the V6 uses a timing belt, not a chain. You must replace that belt every 100,000 miles. If you do that, the engine simply will not die. You also get Mitsubishi's incredible super all-wheel control system, which punches way above its weight class in winter weather. Because the Mitsubishi badge has terrible resale value, your $12,000 budget buys you a vastly newer SUV than a Honda or Toyota. You are exploiting the market's badge snobbery for your own financial gain. Take advantage of the loophole. Number 5. The second-gen Acura MDX from 2009 to 2013. This is where the used market gets incredibly fun. The MDX is a premium 3-row luxury SUV. Today, you can easily find clean models for under $14,000. For the price of a high-mileage Honda Civic, you can buy a luxury tank. Under the hood is a direct-injected 3.5-liter V6 paired with Acura's super-handling all-wheel drive. It actively vectors power to the outside rear wheel, pushing this heavy 7-passenger SUV through a curve like a sports sedan. But the real reason it's here is the cost of ownership. Buy a used BMW X5 or Audi Q7 for 14 grand and you'll go bankrupt. The MDX competes with the Germans on luxury, but it charges you Honda repair prices. It's a masterpiece of engineering. If this video is saving you from a terrible dealership loan, do me a favor and hit that like button. It tells the algorithm to push this financial truth to more people. All right, let's look at the top 4. Number 4. The 2012 to 2015 Honda Pilot. The ultimate family workhorse. If you need 3 rows, massive cargo space, and enough headroom to wear a top hat, the Pilot is the smartest choice on the market. It is built on Honda's legendary J35 V6 engine architecture. But there is one massive secret you need to know. During these years, Honda used a system called VCM, Variable Cylinder Management. The dealership will never tell you this. It sounds smart, but it's a trap that can destroy your engine. Stay tuned for the fix in Part 9. But the mechanic community fought back. They invented a cheap, simple device called a VCM muzzler. It costs about $100. You plug it into the wiring harness, and it permanently tricks the computer. It keeps all 6 cylinders firing all the time. The Honda Pilot becomes immortal. Change the transmission fluid every 30,000 miles. Do not skip that. These blocky, tough SUVs will easily outlive the modern crossovers they are selling today. 300,000 miles in a 3-row SUV for under 15 grand. That is unbeatable value. It earns its spot on the list. Number 3. The 2009 to 2011 Honda Element. One of the most underrated vehicles. It is one of the most fiercely loved vehicles of the last 30 years. Stay tuned for the Element cheat code in Part 10. Drive smart. Under the quirky, boxy exterior, the Element is built on the exact same mechanical bones as the Honda CR-V. So you already know the drivetrain is practically indestructible. But the Element gives you something the CR-V doesn't. Pure utility. It has a rubberized, completely washable floor. You can literally hose it out. The rear seats fold completely flat to the sides, or you can just take them out entirely. The suicide-style rear doors open massively wide, creating a huge opening for all your gear. Dog owners, surfers, and campers figured out the Element cheat code years ago. The 2009 to 2011 models are the apex of the platform. You get the final, most refined version of Honda's 2.4-liter K-Series engine. It is a pure tool that refuses to break down. Stay tuned for number 2 in Part 11. Coming in at number 2 is the 2013 to 2015 Mazda CX-5. This is your winner if you want a car that is fun to drive. The first-generation CX-5, with the 2.5-liter Skyactiv G engine, is praised by independent mechanics as being almost freakishly low maintenance. Here is why. Mazda refused to follow the industry trends. While others used tiny, stressed turbochargers, Mazda kept the 2.5-liter naturally aspirated. No turbo, no complex intercoolers, no fragile plumbing. It is a brilliantly efficient, pure engine, without the added failure points of forced induction. And finally, we reach number 1. The undisputed king of the used SUV market. It is the Honda CR-V. But put down your wallet. because you cannot just buy any CR-V. The specific years are a matter of financial life and death. You must specifically buy a 2013 or 2014 model, not the 2015, not the 2016. Here is the insider secret. The 2013 and 2014 models use the legendary K24Z7 2.4-liter engine. It's paired with a heavy-duty conventional 5-speed automatic transmission. Ask any Honda technician, and they will tell you that the K24 is one of the most perfectly engineered engines ever created. It uses a timing chain, so there is no expensive belt service. It's built to last. It is the perfect mechanical shield for your wallet. But in 2015, Honda changed everything. They introduced their new Earth Dreams direct-injected engine and paired it with a CVT. Suddenly, owners were dealing with massive oil dilution problems, carbon buildup on the valves, and CVT failure. The reputation took a massive hit. The 2013 and 2014 models completely sidestep that entire nightmare. You are getting the absolute pinnacle of Honda's old-school, bulletproof engineering, before the government forced them to add complex emissions technology. Change the oil every 5,000 miles. Drain and fill the transmission fluid every 30,000 miles. If you do those two things, this vehicle will easily cross 250,000 miles without asking for a single major repair. Stay tuned for our final conclusion. Drive smart, and I'll see you in the next one.